Thank you. Bow to each other. All right, let's do our warm up. So we're doing here. Yeah, I was talking to the staff earlier and going, this is so much easier. Like I do much better with live students. Like I'm like, I don't have to even plan ahead. I just show up. I'm like, what do you need?
Yep.
Okay, we'll work on it. Unless I have a real gung-ho student who's pushing me forward because they're practicing all the time and they've learned everything I'm teaching, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for you. I better prepare something. Switch. I mean, of all the classes, y'all are the ones that can keep up the most because y'all have been training the longest. But still, it's pretty easy to stay ahead. You know, I mean, we can go back and work on whatever you want. And inside. You know, I sent that email out today or yesterday. I guess it was yesterday or the day before, just checking in to see how people are doing.
I've probably got it.
It says, how are you handling it? That's the subject line. They had like over 30 students responded.
Oh.
And most of them responded with like a couple paragraphs. So I spent the afternoon, I wanted to, you know, read them and really hear what people are, what's going on and respond appropriately. I haven't finished, but I got almost all of them, but 3. Switch. If Miss Sutcliffe is watching, that's where I got stuck because when I first started doing live streams, she asked if her parents could get on it too. And so the only way I could do that is to put them on the student list so they get the appropriate emails. So I'm like, who are these people? I don't know who these 2 people are telling me all these things. And then a few hours later, I was like, oh, because they kept mentioning Sarah. I'm like, who is that? Okay, I lost track of these circles. That seems like enough. Let's go ahead and step forward. Come up. It also occurred to me that we should probably do, at this class, we should end the class with the 5 hearts and the life skill and then the master's thing. Maybe in reverse order. Like we honor the masters, the path to self-mastery, and then
I don't even know what
the 5 hearts. What?
I don't even know what this life skill is this time around.
I have an email going out at 7:10 tonight about it. It's a creative spirit. Switch. Path of self-mastery requires a creative spirit. Creative spirit
That's self-doubt?
has no self-doubt. Yeah. I notice I kind of look egg-shaped with the eye, with the fish eye.
That's pretty good. It gets everything.
Yeah. Let me just adjust it real quick. It looks like there you go. So we have the iPad on the floor so we can see if it freezes. In last class it froze actually, but I don't know if Miss Kelly noticed, but I noticed. I ran out here and had to reset it all real quick. Chanzaji. Yeah, we started with just the Nest cams, of course, but then when we added the iPhone, the regular camera background is just, iPhone is just like you'd see this much.
Yeah.
You know, that's the same thing with Zooms and stuff. You'd only see that much, and so I think that's initially why I was resistant to just setting up a notebook computer with a webcam. Especially since I had no expertise in that area. And then we added an HD, a wide camera, wide angle lens? I had one already. Oh, no, I bought it because I thought the wide angle would be good. And then I realized you still go off the edges, and I thought fisheye. It's a fisheye lens. So I'm glad, yeah, Kung Fu moves all over the place. And still, I was going off camera. I'm like, wow. Probably because I was getting too close. I think it looks cooler anyways.
Mhm.
I mean, for the room, not us as individuals. Switch. Well, let me know who's on the live stream today. Or if you're watching this in the distant future, let me know that you're watching in the distant future. All right. Tendon lengthening, marrow washing, cheese soothing method. Here's how it goes. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath for just a second. Exhale. In. Hold. Exhale. In. Hold. Exhale. Continue. And release. We've been doing the yin yang qi collecting, the yin yang balancing qi mobilizing method. Yin yang mobilizes. Right? So from here, inhale, hold the breath, exhale. In, hold, in, hold, in, hold, in, hold, in, in, exhale, and release. So unless you have a different request, we can replay what we did last class, but in person, and review those new movements. Does that sound like a good plan? Okay, cool. And wherever you want to stand, because we're plenty feet apart here. We started from you guys remember the past couple of weeks, past couple of sessions, assuming you've been with me on the live stream, this week's the first week of in-person. We started at the dragon on the ground. But we didn't go too close to the ground because we really haven't warmed up the legs in that way enough to just jump in there safely, unless we've been doing this for 10 years and we're 19 years old. Okay, so we're starting up high, and then when we run the form, we can go lower, appropriate to our abilities. So anyway, starting with dragon on the ground, okay? The weight's on the back leg, the fist, their hands are in fists because we normally be all the way down. All right? Okay? So bring the left foot in, and the hands open up. So when they open up, they look like your whirling wind arms, right? But you're barely there for a second when you take a step with the left and monkey hop with a palm strike. And then we did this thing, we've landed and we step, that's our landing foot. Our left foot right now is our landing foot. It steps and the right one scoops and the right hand scoops. The right hand scoops and the right foot slides in. Then we turn like cloud hands or like Chansajing, and we adjust the right foot, bringing the left foot up and turning the left hand over to make it be put on your hip. Then we repeat that same move we were just in, where we're kind of retreating that way. Right foot slides, left hand turns over. Then we continue the motion and go back the other way, flipping the hand onto your hip. And we go back one more time. And that's 5. Should be 5, I didn't count it out loud. Then we take that big ball change hop where the right foot's going to replace the left foot. That right foot looks like it's going out and it's going to go all the way down to your hip. The left one continues the scoop, and we would call this 1 for the other side. Now the left foot here that I'm pointing at, when the left hand comes up, the left foot adjusts and the right foot comes up. And then this right hand stays on your hip. And then you adjust that left foot again, and you slide it back like a cat stance. And then come forward with it. And then go back with it. Is that 5? Sure seems like 5. Okay, from here then, this one I know is kind of hard to look over your shoulder, but go ahead and look over your shoulder and take a step with your right foot to your right, circling both hands out like we've done so many times in the other Chen style forms, and cross the hands in and crouch, and then explode out, but instead of fists, like in Pouch Wei, this is Xinjia, it'll be palm strikes in the side kick, or in Chen we call it a heel kick, okay, but it's so close to a Kung Fu side kick, we're calling it a side kick. So side kick, swing the right foot up, now it's easier to follow, cross the arms, and crouch for a second, that was your landing position, landing, and boom. You can set that foot down for a second. I am, because I'm going so slowly and trying to explain it at the same time. But it doesn't come down. It will just turn, like it's done so many times in all our other Chen forms, to flash the back. Then, something new but similar to earlier in the form, the right foot sets down, and the fists cross, or the forearms cross, and you step out. With no circling, we just sink a little bit and do that pull back with the left, back fist with the right or elbow. And then our feet have now come a little closer together because of the jump. Because of that fact, we're going to circle our hands out as we drop the feet further apart again and shift to the right side to set ourselves up for our punch. All right, that's your walkthrough. Pause, rewind, play again until you get it. All right. So, Ms. Burns, that's good. Let's do it without all the explanation. And if you're good with that, I might let you try it once on your own just so I see that you got it, and then we can do the next part before that. Or we can start at the beginning. Really, we can do whatever. Okay. So, dragging on the ground. Actually, let's take it one move before that. So from here, it's actually a punch, right? And then we slide the right foot back and stretch. And then we're staying up high for now and sink. But we're on the back leg. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, circle, kick, swing it in, kick, Watch your back. Drop. And jump. Circle. Punch. Okay, at home, pause and practice it a few times. If you're watching this as a recording, as a live stream, I'm gonna wait for the amount of time it takes Miss Burns to do it.
Yes, sir.
And you know me, I don't really stare at you when I'm doing this. I'm just kind of watching and waiting and listening more than anything else. Boom! Very good, very good, very good. I'm gonna assume you did very good at home too, so good job. So based on what I've seen, especially with my class that's in person today, I know they're wanting sequence because they normally can't come to this time. So getting sequence down is a little bit ahead of perfecting each movement and getting it exactly right. So let's rewind a little bit and see if I can think of an earlier pickup from that. Oh, okay, yeah, wrap crackers. So we can start at the beginning of the wrap crackers, which happens to be at one of our punch, or one of our cannon fists, right? So since we're starting in the middle of the form, I'm gonna, for your benefit at home and your benefit here, let's set it up since we're not doing the move right before it. So if you separate your feet pretty wide apart next to each other, but then offset it a little bit. So you're facing at a diagonal this way. Yeah, that's good. So you're kind of having your back is, so once you're in position, you've done that punch where you're turned away from me, and then you shift to the left and punch. Okay, now that you're on the left and punch, we're gonna do wrap crackers. So we were down low, and when we shifted, we came up. Now we go back down low, left over right, sink down. And then open up, double back fist. Now the rest of it's easier to follow along with. Look over your right shoulder this time so you can follow. And when you look over your right shoulder, take it right, left. Okay, when you do that, it'll be a hop, it'll end up being fast, but most importantly, it's kind of the ball change idea. Okay, so we punch to the corner. The corner, just to be clear, if you're facing towards your screen, it's the right corner behind you is where we're punching. Boom. Now we cross, and we back this to the other two corners. Then the right foot kind of replaces the left foot with a big turn, and that'll be our second one. And then right and left, and then now I lose track, but it's 6 total, so that should be it. We're going to do a reverse sweep with the left, but it's not really a reverse sweep. It's just your left foot circling back, your right foot just pivots. You've crossed again, and then boom, boom. Then right, left, and boom, boom. Right, left, and boom, boom. Now here is the hard part. I'm going to scoot over so you can see, and if you haven't done this before, you just want to watch it. If you have, I think you haven't, but you're here and we're doing 2 punches like that. But we're doing 2 punches and then immediately popping the right knee up and then the left knee and then landing and then all this stuff, okay? So you're here and then it's, okay, you're like, what the heck did he just do? Okay. I probably should have just gone back to that point and gone forward. So why don't we just do that? We got the wrap crackers review, but let's look at the hard part at the end of the 6th wrap cracker, which leads pretty much and pretty quickly up to the punch that then leads right into the section we started with today. All right. So last wrap cracker, we're here, boom, boom, and yes, being looking over your right shoulder for this is best. So what happens is we're pushing off with the left, which causes a pivot. I'm sorry, we're pushing off with our right foot, which creates a pivot on the left. So it's like boom. But it's not boom, it's boom, boom. And then right after the left, right, it's right, left. And then splitting. Yeah, so let's try that again. This one, if you were with me on the first couple times I was going over it, is really hard to articulate because it's meant to be done super fast. And if you try to break it down, it doesn't really feel right. So if that's the case for you and it still doesn't feel right, just keep going with it and kind of muddling a little bit. And then once you start to speed it up, you'll go, oh, it's ba-bum, ba-bum. You know, you'll get the rhythm of it, I guess. So here we are again. Look over your right shoulder. And you've done the 2 back fists. You're pushing off the right, pivoting on the left, and punch, punch. And then immediately, and one thing is, this is the slow-mo version, the right hand's by your left shoulder, left ear, and the left one's between your legs, because you are shifting and doing your split. Then cutting back, and this is a jump with a fist. Left hand prayer, right hand fist, boom. The next one is not so much of a jump, it's more like, I guess, a new way to describe it would be like having an attitude. You're like, okay, I've got him. Now I'll do my punch. And you just pick up the foot and go, and you punch. Then slide back, stretch, drop, and run that other section. Okay, so forget about the rap crackers for today. Let's look at the last rap cracker leading up to that section again. One more time with me. Try it on your own after that. So one more time with me. Here. And push off. Boom, 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 boom. Cut in and then just stand up and punch. Slide back and okay. So try that little section right there. Again, pause. Try it a few times on your own. There'll be some dead space here for a second while I let students try it. Yeah, that's the confusing thing. We'll review it. Still try it once or twice more. Your attempt to do it will help you see it better when I review it again. Your attempt to do it will help you review it. Yeah. Okay, so let's review it. I could have let you practice a little bit more, but I can see right where the part is a little confusing. It kind of reminds me of the regular Xinjia form when you do the first oblique and we suddenly pop up out of nowhere and then do the move. So there's a spring effect. So I can see that my students here in the school probably have something similar going on. They're good for this part, boom, boom. But then it's like, how do I do the next part? How do I make that flow? So let's see if I can answer that. You, boom, boom. As soon as this one goes, as soon as this one hits, it's like, okay, but then you're like, okay, but that's fine, but where do my hands go? So we have to think of 2 things and maybe practice them separately. Think about the punch, punch, and immediately going like this. So left, right, set up the next move. Left, right, set it up. So left, right, set it up. The left hand's down, the right hand's by the ear. At the same time that this setup happens, your knee's coming up. So now we bring we do the 2 punches and we immediately go here, but we bring this with the right knee. And then of course we have to keep moving because we're moving so fast. You got it? Okay, let's do that again. You've done the wrap crackers. And then we turn, punch, punch. Bring it back and down. And then just straighten up. Punch. Bring it back and work through. Okay. Woo. Shall we try from the top once? And then we'll go on to fan? Okay. Find your spot, take a couple deep breaths. If you're watching this as a recording, you know, you can pause it, take a couple breaths and then unpause it and we'll be starting. Walk through pace, still walk through pace. Once we finish running the form, we'll go back through and get the right rhythm to the movements. Again. Very good, very good. Okay, yes, that might have been a little fast at different times. But I think if you were on the videos the whole time or in class the whole time, I think that's right about the right pace for practice at this stage. But press pause, come back, we're gonna do fan form. Here, we're gonna take a break for about 2 minutes. And while we're doing that, get your fan, if you're live with us, and come kind of know your area, and we'll be back out in a second. It's like Sprite from an alternate universe. I taste it and I'm like, it tastes like Sprite with 1,000 times less sugar. Alright, we're sticking with the same pattern of class construction. So we're going to review the moves we did last time, which happens to be the ending. We learned it like 3 or 4 videos ago. I don't remember. It wasn't last class, it probably was the class before. So, y'all did it the ending, but we should still review the ending. So we're gonna still review it, and we're gonna review it after the kick. Oh yeah, from the cross behind thing. Okay, wait, is that right? The kick brings it back. No, from the, I think that's the good spot. Okay, so we're here with the right foot forward, cat stance. And then we're coming up without the foot, coming down, and then we come up, down. And then I like to cross in, the Chen Ming is not crossing in. But anyway, we come crossing in and kick and land. And then everything at once. This circles back, this palm strikes here, the left foot goes out, left, right, jump. And we want to step extra far and through. You might not, I get so far on the other side of the room. Let me do it again, but I'll start here so I'm right in front of the camera on your screen in the center so that you can see it better. We're here, we come up, down, cross, kick, and come through. What I mean is that this right foot needs to get some distance, okay? And you'll know if it got some distance. If you can't get some distance, you just have to go lower. That's all you have to do, is just go lower. If I'm up high, that's as far as I can get, right? But if I'm lower, right? I mean, we're not doing the Wudong sword, but there's a move like that in Wudong sword. Okay, from here, we just turn, and that flicks. Yes, this hand's gonna come along, but I'm focusing on this one. It just flicks. Flicks. Flicks close. And the left one's going with it because once it's flicks closed, both hands are now on the right side of your body, and it makes it easy to step back with the right and circle both hands forward and then down, and then double punch. After the double punch, we lean and come up. From here, we have this and this and this happening at the same time. We go like this, circle, pull suddenly. Now the ending, which is like the beginning. Okay, that's review. If that's all new, I spent a lot more time on it on the previous recording. So as review, if if you don't have it, keep doing it right now by rewinding, or stop this video and go to the old one, or I'll go over and over and over again on it. With that said, let me see you do it one time, make sure you got it. If that's not enough review, we'll review it some more. Double punch. Yeah. Having not taught this form before, I don't know the common mistakes until I teach it. And then the next generation, the third, fifth, seventh generation of students who learn the form from me, I preemptively go over things because I know the hard parts. So the part I saw with Ms. Burns was the same one I saw with Mr. Haley last week, which was, I'm supposed to double punch here, and that's the thing. So let's go over that one more time to make sure you got it with the double punch. So let's see what happens. Here, come up, down, actually let me get back a little bit. Come up, down, and up, down. And bring it in, and then bring it forward, and bring it out. Bring it over, pull it down, and that's the punch. And then lean, and up, and in, back, down, and open. Oops, wrong part, so I started at the beginning of the form. Don't do the beginning of the form, although it's very similar. All right. So why do we go wrong there? I don't know why, but I think, with the double punches, remembering the double punches. My speculation is normally the double punch is the very last thing you do in the empty hand sets. And then you're pretty much reaching back and doing Buddha stamp. Where on this form, we do the double punch, and then we seemingly do another move, or we actually do another move, and then we do another move, and then we do the Buddha stamp. So it's like, wait a minute, am I supposed to punch here or not? So that's my speculation of like your internal Chen practitioner, unless this is the first Chen form you've ever done, is wanting to do the ending of every other Chen form you've ever learned, which ends with the punch or double punch or whatever. All right. Let's go back a little bit further, since we here in person we have it. So we're going to take it back before the kick, before we do the thing. So we're on this move here, where we've picked up the foot, yep, and we kick slowly, and we step and twist, step and twist, close the fan, swing it up, grab it, pick up the left knee, pick up the right knee and kick. Don't put the right foot down in front, put the right foot down and back, and switch. Step back again. Come up, down, and up, down, and kick. And then forward, and through, and then flip, and pull, and punch. Lean, up, in, pull, sink, pop. Open, in, up, down. Rock with it, fake out traditional bow, and like the beginning of yang style. Okay? More or that again? Like, you want to try rolling it back a little further?
We roll it back.
Yeah. Let's roll it back to the other kick, the one that I messed up 4 or 5 videos ago, which I'll never forget. I kept reading there for that, and I'm like, I forgot to flip it, and then I'm like, wait, it should be flipped. I'll fake it or something. No, let's just start it over again. Okay, so we're doing this, we just did this spin around thing after the cloud hands and the fan closed. Okay, so here we are. We're circling the left hand and the right foot, just almost like we're doing a reverse snake creeps down. Where snake creeps down usually goes back. This one is going to go forward, and then we pick up our, then we kick and close, bring it back and flip it. That's what I had forgotten. Cross the right foot out, circle the hands down, shoot this through a whole lot, immediately bounce back from your left to go to your right. That loads you up so that you can pop over here. Then reach back, pivot on the ball of the left foot, and then right, left. Okay? When you finish this one, you won't be stepping that way. You'll have stepped towards the back of your room. Then you can use one finger or more to help you flip this over so you're grabbing the end again, and then elbow. And yeah, then let this drop. Use your hand if you need it. I don't need it on this time, but sometimes I do. So both hands circle clockwise. The right foot comes in. You wait for it, pop. Stomp. When it stomps, that pops back up. Yep. Then this swings down, that goes down, and you turn. Then shift and come up. Bring it back. Wait a minute. Yeah. And then come up, up, down. Flip, pass, right, left. I think we fed off each other. I was like, I got it. She dropped it. I dropped it. Okay. You land here, and then the right hand turns over, and you shift back to the right. Close the fan because you're bringing it to it. And then this hand comes over like a back fist to your hip. Kick slowly. Step, twist, step, twist, close. Jump, hit, jump back, up, down, X, flip over, turn, flip, pull, and what? Don't punch. Lean, up, and flip, circle, sink, and flip, and yeah, if you're at home, you just press pause, rewind it again, or wait till I post it and then do that. Okay, that one, I said more, or that again? I had no idea it would be that much stuff. I was just like, can you do all of that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good, you can. Can you do all that at home? Okay, well, if you can't, review that. And I think three classes ago, this class counted, I did the very ending, but we spent a lot of time on a lot of the other parts. On the live stream, we did not cover most of the first half, okay, because that was all in person. So, should we start over at the beginning?
I have a question.
Oh, questions, yay!
I feel very off balance when I come up for this.
Oh, okay, that's a good question. I'll repeat your question. It's when we have after the double punch, like how to stay balanced. Okay. I think the main thing is I have a tendency to put the left hand down by the hip, but it does swing more horizontally. And if you swing it more horizontally, you'll have more balance because it'll cause your shoulders to turn, which will cause you to root in that support leg. So let's try it together. We pull here, get a little punch, boom. So you're here, and then the left hand goes here. When the left hand goes here, you should feel your weight on the right. So now you're simply coming onto the right leg completely here. Okay, and I keep going down, but it is more out here. Here, it pulls me over.
Yes, sir.
And I can't help but model that incorrectly because I'm so used to white crane spreads wings, right? I'm not used like white crane, this is wrong and white crane says wing. But this is right.
Okay.
Here, it's out over here. Good question, hopefully that helped you at home because I was also losing my balance there and forgot why. It just has to do with the hand position. If it's up, it puts enough weight back into you that you can stay on it. You bring it down, it starts to take the weight over. One more time. So So we pull here, double punch, boom, lean, and think about going horizontal. Then we'll have to work on that too, because after you've done that, after you are here, it really isn't about this motion here. It really closes, right? But to get a flick when it's already here, you have to come forward and flick it back out. But it isn't a pronounced movement. If you watch the guy doing it on the video, it's not as pronounced like, it's just like this other one when we were about to do the jump, we did the kick. We're just letting it turn, right? We're not trying to close it, pull it, and open it, right? It closes because it just wants to there. So on this one too, we pull, double hit, it opens here, now it closes because it wants to, but to close, it has to go this way for a moment to then go back that way. It's already kind of at its max back here, so it has to drop. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I mean, it will take some practice, of course. So, I think it's probably time for us to do it from the top once. So let's do it from the top once. The next class is about to show up. So, I told you, I was like, Miss Burns, this is the finger, one finger, provides China. Again, this isn't all quite 100% correct on the pacing, because I want you to be able to follow it, but one time straight through to the end. Begin. Remember, you don't go all the way down here. Your hands come up, and then you go all the way down here. So that you can come up, and go back down, and come up, and turn. Every time I do it one more time. But I still get a little distracted when people come in. I'm in the zone, and then I start doing the wrong
Try
chant
doing it
form.
with a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Try doing it with a 5-year-old around you.
Oh yeah. Oh, your son's with you while you're trying to do it.
Yeah.
They're like cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5-year-olds are totally like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you pay attention to something else, they will totally bother you. And if you're
And he
not,
was a little amped up because he just got done with his class.
yeah.
So he's like, oh, we're doing more?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll close out. We honor the masters who came before us and seek to follow their examples.
Bow to Grand Master Gohring.
Bow to 5th degree, 4th degree, 3rd degree, 2nd degree. Good job.